Hello guys, good morning and good evening to all of you, depending on your time zone. I hope I am audible to you all. Thank you. So we are just waiting all the participants to join in 2 minutes. In 1 minute, we will start, okay? First 5 minutes will be the waiting time in each session, and accordingly, we will be stretching the session by 5 minutes while taking the questions at the end, okay? So let's wait for 1 more minute and then we'll get started.
All right, so we can start now. Let me start sharing my screen. First of all, let me know if I'm clearly audible to you all. I hope I'm audible to you all, guys. My voice is clear to you all. Thank you. All right, so I believe you all joined yesterday's session. Yesterday was the first session, and we were just understanding the installation part and data sets. How can we get from the LMS portal? Although I shared the sample data sets in the chat window yesterday, correct? So, is there anybody who missed yesterday's class? If anybody missed yesterday's class, then I'm expecting that you guys have checked out the recordings already. Recordings are there in your LMS portal. If anybody missed the class, although please going forward, try not to miss any class. Okay, but if in case you missed a class, then please check out the recording. It's available in your LMS portal. You can go to class recordings and there you see class 1 recording is available, right? Generally, once we complete the session, right? Once we complete live session, then after around like 4 or 5 hours, recording will get uploaded here. So that should be your responsibility, guys. In case if you're missing any topic, any session, if you are not joining, then you should check out the recordings from here and complete all the action items. Not just you are watching the recording. You need to do all the things, whatever were discussed into the recordings. Okay. All right. So although yesterday was just the introduction session, we didn't cover any topic yesterday, right, Indra? We didn't cover any topic yesterday. Yesterday was like just kind of, you can say, introduction session, learner's introduction, course introduction, and the installation part. But I would suggest everybody please check out the recordings. Okay. Today we are going to start our module 1. Today we will be starting on module 1. Clear? All right. In case if anybody, although the data sets what I shared yesterday, these are attached in the LMS portal. You can go to module 2, scroll it down. There you see in class hands-on data sets, right? This is attached here. But in case if anybody is not able to find the data set in the LMS portal, for your ease, I can upload it into the chat. You can download it and unzip the folder from there as well. Just give me a moment. Let me do it right away. I sent this dataset folder yesterday and I'm sending it once again. Okay, in case if anybody missed it. Good. And I told you guys to install the Power BI desktop in your machine. You need to go to Microsoft Store, and I explained the whole process, right? Yesterday also for the installation. So please check out the recording. Okay. So for now, let's bring everybody, please bring your focus here in the class. I see, Nivedita, you are not able to hear me. For these kind of issues, guys, I would suggest only one thing. You can try to rejoin the session or check the audio settings at your side. I don't have any as such button or a control where I can fix the audio issues in your laptop. You will have to figure out it in your machine. Proper audio driver do you have or no? Or you connected to the Zoom audio when you started the session? I'm just sharing some instructions on the screen, which will help you to fix your audio issues, right? So please make sure, guys, try to join the session at least 5 to 10 minutes in advance. Okay, do not join the session at last moment. Join it in 10 minutes or 5 minutes advance at least. All right. Let's get started on module 1. Before starting on module 1, I believe everybody is now focusing here. If you have any question related to the installation, related to any XYZ topic related to Power BI, please discuss that with me at the end of the session. To learn module 1, there is no tool, no data set, nothing is needed. Module 1 is purely just an introductory module of or a basics of the fundamental module of the Power BI. Correct? All right. So I'm starting on module 1. Again, mentioning, guys, I would need everybody's focus here. If you are engaged in other activities and emails, Teams, WhatsApp, Instagram, here and there, please minimize, close all the other things and bring your focus here only. All right, so module 1, introduction to Power BI. We have these 10 main modules, right? And yesterday I gave you an overview of these modules, that what kind of topics are the things we will be learning in these. First module is, obviously introduction of Power BI. So we are going to talk about all these basic topics, which will help you to understand what is business intelligence, what is self-service business intelligence, what are the different tools available in the market, and how Power BI is standing in market among all the tools. What is the future scope of Power BI? We will be understanding what Power BI is actually, how it's how its interface looks like, what are the different tools available in it, what is the importance of using Power BI in any company, why companies or business users should go or should use Power BI, what are the key benefits of Power BI, what kind of advanced features or what kind of different features Power BI is offering, flow of work, flow of Power BI, like how do we work in Power BI as a developer, what is the right flow. Okay. Then we will talk about components of Power BI. Components of Power BI includes, like, there are multiple tools in the Power BI package, right? Power BI package contains multiple tools. So we are going to have a quick glimpse of all different tools, like what Power BI Desktop is doing, what Power BI Service is doing, what data gateway's role is, right? So we will just have a quick understanding of all different tools we have in Power BI. Then process in Power BI, that how the data flows, right? From your on-premises data source to Power Desktop to cloud, and how do you share it further with the users. Then we will talk building blocks of Power BI and how Power BI is good for Excel users. Okay, so these are some basics, I would say fundamental topics we are going to learn. I know some of you may have some working knowledge already, some prior knowledge already on these basic things. So to you, it sounds like we already know these things, right? But I respect your knowledge, but I have 90% learners here who are coming from the non-BI or non-IT background, so they do not understand these basic terminologies even. So we are starting from zero, right? So now the next thing is the benefit of this module is you will be able to understand what BI is, what SSBI is, what are the benefits of Power BI, how Power BI looks like, and how a developer works in Power BI. Now, we are going to consider a real life scenario, okay? And just try to relate the scenario in your organization, right? Or maybe in your role, right? Try to relate it. We are just having these slides, slides are very, self-explanatory. Our content management team has prepared, they have put a lot of efforts to make slides more, self-explanatory, right? So we are going to talk about a real life scenario. James is a owner of My Products company. There's a company called My Products. You can relate it to your company name. And James is the owner of this e-commerce company. In this company, there are multiple employees, multiple people in the leadership. And Harry is a analyst in this company, and Amy is a business consultant, you can say, or a business advisor. Okay. And there are some other directors, VPs, managers, senior managers, and all. This company, My Products company, started in 2012, right? This is all just a kind of an example, okay? Try to relate it in your, as per your company. This company started somewhere in 2012, and this company was doing really great. Company was able to achieve $2 million profit till 2015, right? So over the last 3-4 years, company was doing really great. But this company's, performance has started falling down. The progress was short-lived, and they started, losing the customers. They started, facing some loss in terms of their profit revenue in 2016. Till 2015, everything was uptrending, but in 2016, their sales, their revenue, right, started going down. So starting from 2012, they were like uptrending their sales, their profit. But 2016 onwards, their profit, their revenue started falling down. And this was very concerning. All the business leaders started talking, why are we losing our customers? Why are we not having, better sales now in this quarter or in this year? Then all the business leaders, all the sales leaders, marketing team, they started having back-to-back meetings, lots of discussions, right? And this is what happens when something is going good. Then we will have less meetings, and when something goes wrong, then we start blaming each other. We start pointing fingers, right? We start, analyzing or talking, right? Different things. So then lots of meetings, discussions happened. And after all these meetings and discussions, it was concluded that let's do one thing. After the whole discussion, it was concluded, let's gather all the data what we have. Okay. Whatever the data we have, we will be gathering all this data. And after gathering this data, we will be analyzing it, so that we can take some data-driven decisions. Rather than taking some decisions based on the assumptions or based on the experience, we want to make some data-driven decisions, right? I have, as per my work experience, I have seen in some of the automobile companies and some manufacturing organizations, there were some of the employees in their manufacturing unit and sales department who were having 20 or 30 years of experience, and they they believe to take decisions based on the gut feeling, based on their experience. Like, I'm 25 years of experience in sales. I know how to sell all these products. I know how to increase the sales. There was no data driven decision. There was no data fact behind it. It was all just a gut feeling. So companies do not want to go with any individuals or any particular gut feeling or any assumptions. We want to analyze the data, and based on the data analysis, we want to make some correct business decisions at the right time. But but it was not that easy to gather all the data and analyze that. It's not like in one day you will start doing it. It's not that easy. There are a couple of challenges, and try to relate these challenges in your company also. Company's business is operating in different countries, and business related data is scattered in different locations in different countries. So the challenge number one was, how do we extract all this data from different locations? Another challenge was, data is saved or stored in different formats. Let's say India team is preparing sales budget in Excel, while Australia team is preparing the sales budget in maybe in some third-party tool, or maybe America's sales team is preparing their data in another tool or in another Excel or in another format. So the data is stored in different files, different formats. How to bring all this data into a common usable format? Somewhere the data is stored in this database. Some data we have, shipment data we have in our this database. Opportunities data is residing in CRM tools. Invoicing data is in another financial system. So data is scattered in multiple tools, multiple systems. So the challenge is how to bring it at one place so that we can consume it easily. Another challenge was, to do all these things, we need some technology. We need some mechanism. We can't do all these things manually. This is not practically possible to collect data from different sources, different locations, and from different formats and bring it everything in a single or in one common usable format and store it at one common place. That's not possible to do manually. We need some technology, right? We wanted to convert or bring all the business data in one single storage, or you can say one single data repository. And the single data repository called a data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing but just a special database where your business data is saved in more normalized way and more structured way. Okay, so we wanted to collect everything and put it at one place so that we can easily analyze the data. But this was not manually possible. We need a technology for this. So the question was, which technology we should use here? Then some of the technical experts, some business analyst, data analyst, data architect, BI architects comes into the picture. And they suggested, if you have this kind of a requirement, these kind of use cases, then you can use the business intelligence technology here. Business intelligence or BI will help you in this situation. What BI is doing? BI is basically, business intelligence is mainly collecting the data, gathering the data from your operational sources. Operational data sources are like your CRM tools like Salesforce, Dynamics 365, your ERP tools. ERP tools are like Oracle Apps, SAP, Dynamics Finance and Operations, right? Dynamics 365. Or like you have some HR database tool, like you have Workday, you have some financial tools, some in-house developed applications, right? Whatever. So all these systems where all your business data is captured today, these are operational systems. So with the help of business intelligence, we can extract, we can read this data, and we can process this data. This process called ETL. When I say ETL means we will be extracting this data. That's what I'm doing here. This is E part. I'm extracting the data from these operational sources which are used in my company, but I do not want to use this data as it is. I need to little bit clean this data. Maybe there are some duplicates, or there are some blank values, there are some joins, lookups are needed. So I will be transforming this data. So first I'm extracting, then somewhere on the way, I will stage this data and I will transform it as per the requirements. Once this data is transformed, then this cleaned data, I will be loading to the one single data repository. And the single data repository is my one spatial or a single database, which is called a data warehouse. So data warehouse is nothing but a database or a storage where you are keeping all your operational or your business data in a structured or a normalized manner, right? This is the story for a mature company. But if there is a startup or a small size company, they may not have a data warehouse because of the cost cutting and other costing reasons. They can directly rely or they can directly connect their Power BI or their other tools to these applications, which is not the best practice. But if some companies like 10 employees company, 20 employees company, they can do this approach, right? Because there is a costing reason behind it. But a matured mid-size or enterprise organization will always have a data warehouse. And then further, this data warehouse will be used in these data visualization tools and data analysis tools like in Power BI, like in Tableau, or like in the other tools if your company is using. Correct. So hope you are getting a clear picture what is business intelligence and in which all cases this business intelligence comes into the picture. This was the simplified way. Now let me go one step down to explain the similar situation, similar thing with another picture here. So I said that whatever the data your company is using or whatever your business data is stored, that would be in either in SQL database, SAP, Oracle, whatever database files. You will extract this data, you will be processing, transforming the data, loading it into a data warehouse. Once you have a data warehouse, then Power BI role comes into the picture. Then Power BI developers will be extracting this data from the data warehouse. Power BI developers will be doing some data modeling and creating reports and dashboards, and then they will share it with the business users so that business users can, query the data, analyze the data, and they can make their business decisions. Correct. So all these, when you are extracting this data, you can say you are creating some connections, or you can say some pipelines you are creating through the data is flowing. Okay. This is the role where Power BI developers comes into the picture. For doing some data analysis, you need the data, and data you can get from this data warehouse, right? Now, one more thing I want to say, just to relate it with a layman example. Let's say you have a car and you want to go for some drive, right? What is the very first thing you need in your car? You need fuel, right? You need fuel, correct? Petrol or whatever the fuel, correct? So in that case, data is the fuel for Power BI, right? Data is fuel for Power BI, and this is the fuel station. Data warehouse is the fuel station, a petrol pump where all the data is stored. So if whatever you want, wherever you want to go, whatever your business uses problem you want to solve, first of all, you need the data. Where's the data? Data is residing here. Okay, you will bring the data depending on your knowledge, and you will start preparing the solutions in Power BI. Okay. Now another thing is, if this particular stuff is taken care by Power BI developers, then who is doing this thing? Whose job is this? This is mainly taken care by ETL developers or data engineers, right? We call it DE, data engineers, and this is called a data analyst. So data analysts are using Power BI tool, data analysts using Power BI tool to create these dashboards and all for the users. Data engineers are using some tools like SSIS, Informatica. This is just FYI. You are not learning these tools here. Informatica, you have Azure Data Factory, ADF, called Azure Data Factory, IBM Data Stage. There are many tools. So basically, data engineers using these tools to extract data from the sources, transforming this, and preparing or maintaining a data warehouse. Okay. Once data warehouse is ready by the data engineers, then data analysts will use Power BI or Tableau or whatever the tool to build these dashboards for their business users. So data analysts will be directly interacting with the business users. Means you guys are data analysts. You will be directly interacting with your business users, with your client, with your customers, right? To understand the requirements, what they want, what we have, what is missing, and whatever is missing, then you will reach out to the data engineers, say, hey, we don't have this data, we don't have this table, this column. Can you add this in the data warehouse? They will do it, and then you will start working and you will deliver that. So this is a standard practice, right? Most of the companies are following. Although you may have some exceptions, like my company is doing this way, that way, which is fine. Okay, but this is the standard practice, which is followed by all the MNCs, all the big MNC, I would say enterprise companies. So this is the area where we are going to work. Correct. Now, you can have a question. Can't we connect Power BI directly with these sources? Is it mandatory for Power BI to have a data warehouse first? So my answer is no, it's not mandatory, but it's just best practice. If you will have a data warehouse, it means you are building some scalable solutions for your company. You are not just fixing a problem and inviting the another problem. So having a data warehouse means your team, your company is on a solid data journey. Technically, Power BI can be connected with directly Excel. You can connect Power BI directly with the databases, with these source systems. You can connect Power BI with these tools and create the dashboards. Even we will also do this, right? Just to understand, because not everybody having the access of a data warehouse today, or not every company having data warehouse maybe. Correct? So we will learn first connecting Power BI directly with these individual tools, and then connecting Power BI with the data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing but just one database. Okay. Another question you may have, whatever the data transformation we are doing here, or the data transformation done by data engineers, can't data analysts do this thing in Power BI? In Power BI, we have some of the functionalities where we can perform this ETL stuff, or this data transformation stuff. So Power BI also offers data transformation, right? If something you want, some duplicate data you want to remove, some null values you want to remove, some grouping, merging, concatenation, writing some business logics, calculations, whatever you want, everything is given into Power BI also. But first level of the data transformation has to be done by the data engineers. Okay. So this is a standard practice. We are going to focus on this piece. How do we do the data visualization, and how do we interact with business users? Correct. What will be different features here? How do we create these all particular things? How do we create the data models, right? All these things we will be understanding. Correct. So now we can say, what is business intelligence? Business intelligence is a set of tools, set of processes where you are gathering this data from different data sources, and you are storing all this data in a data warehouse. And then from this data warehouse, you are creating some reports or creating some meaningful insights for your business users so that they can make some data-driven decisions. You can have your data in different sources, but most commonly data sources are Excel and SQL databases. You may have your data in a CSV, in a PDF, in text file, in any other different tools also, like in SAP or in Salesforce and all. But Excel and SQL databases are generally the most commonly used one. With the help of data transformations, you can clean up your data, you can load the data or flow the data in different tools so that multiple users, multiple developers in your team can utilize this data to build various solutions. So this is the story for what is business intelligence. Now the question is, why do we need this business intelligence? Pretty much we have already discussed in the challenges. Business intelligence basically gives us the flexibility to find out all the hidden insights and to do more deeper data analysis. With the help of BI, we can make some improved decision making, quicker decision making, no gut feeling based decisions, or data driven decisions. We can extract more crucial information. We can share this information with our business leaders easily in form of the reports and dashboards rather than sharing the Excel tabular data, right? We can prepare multiple formulas, multiple KPIs. We can, share these reports or this data analysis with someone who even doesn't have any technical knowledge, who doesn't have even any Excel knowledge, right? Dashboards will be very easy to understand for any of the user, any of your leadership team member. This is business intelligence. But the question here is, if any company is having 10,000 employees, and I'm sure most of you are working in good companies where you have 10,000 or more than 10,000 employees, right? Like 2,000 people working in sales, 1,000 people working in services, 200 people working in HR department, right? So you have a large user base. So just, I was thinking, if these 10,000 users, or out of 10,000, just 4,000 users are having some requirements, they want some Power BI reports, they want some Power BI dashboards, and they start sending their requirements to IT team or to BI team, what do you think? How many BI developers or IT developers needed to fulfill these 4,000 users reporting requirements? I think 50, 70, 100 developers, which is tough to manage, like hiring 100 Power BI developers in a company. So think from that direction. In such cases, companies are taking approach where they are promoting self-service business intelligence, or you can say SSBI, right? So if your users are having some basic requirements, like they have the data in Excel, and using this Excel data, they want to create some dashboard, some report in Power BI, right? For that purpose, companies want that you don't need to go to IT team. IT team is busy in making some more advanced complex solutions. Or BI team is busy in doing lots of other technical or advanced stuff. This is a very basic thing. Why don't you load your data in Power BI from Excel and create your own charts quickly? So companies are taking this approach where they are allowing their business users to get trained in Power BI and do self-service. But if you are having that fear that if companies are going in this mode, then Power BI developers will be eliminated from the market. No, this is just for doing some basic cosmetic related requirements. Business users, finance users will not have that much of a time. Finance users or the business users won't have that much of the technical expertise comparing to the Power BI experts. For sure, they may have a little bit basic knowledge so that they can get the job done quickly rather than being submitting a requirement to BI team and BI team is taking 2 weeks to complete that report, right? Business to make some business decisions, people can't wait for 2 weeks. They wanted to make the decisions today or max tomorrow. Why should they wait for 2 weeks? They won't report by tomorrow. Okay. So in such cases, companies are trying their business users to get trained. Okay. And that methodology or that approach is called out as self-service BI. Okay. There are many tools available in the market, like which are offering all these similar benefits, like Power BI. Of course, Power BI is the one, but other than Power BI, we have Tableau, ClickView, Looker, Domo, um, Tableau, Zoho, Information Builders, and MicroStrategy, ThoughtSpot. There are so many tools, even not possible to put every tool name here on the slide, but these key tools, right, are here on the slide. Now the question here is, if there are so many tools available in the market, then what's special with Power BI? Why are we learning Power BI? Although I should ask this question to you guys, there were so many tools in the market. Why you chosen this Power BI only? Many of you may say, we did some research on internet and we found that Power BI is the top leading tool or offering more jobs. Or some of you may say, I discussed with somebody or somebody referred me to learn this tool, right? These two are the common answers, I know, but there are some other, I know some of you may have some different and good points as well, but we will understand why are we here to learn Power BI, not for the other tools, why we choose in Power BI, right? All right. I would say I saw some questions here, some answers into the chat. Devesh said, because Power BI is free. A wrong assumption. That's a wrong marketing, right? Microsoft, or you can say some of the websites are doing. Power BI is not free at all. Okay, I'll come on this in detail. Aditya says, as this is part of the data analytics. All the other tools are also part of the data analytics. You can create a model and dashboard in Power BI. You can create a model and dashboard in Tableau also, in Looker also, in Qlik also, in Zoho also. Same thing, same features you have in almost in all the tools. Correct? Sarthak says it's cheaper. That you can say, right? But we can't say it's free. It's comparing to the other tools, it's not that much expensive, right? So let me go in detail, right? Like why Power BI? Okay, so we understood Power BI is a data visualization tool which is used by the business intelligence technology, or any company who is implementing business intelligence technology, then they will have data engineers, data analysts, and data analysts will be using Power BI for creating data models and reports and dashboards. Correct. So this is a quick overview of some of the basics, fundamentals things so far. Now, number one thing I want to just check with you. I was speaking since last, I guess, 40 minutes now. All right, so is my voice clear to you all yesterday? And thanks for submitting the feedback yesterday. I appreciate that. I saw a few of you were saying that the voice was not clear. How about today? Am I audible? Any issue you are facing in hearing me, understanding me, my pace? Are you all good, comfortable? Should we proceed with same pace with the same? Okay, all right. Thanks everyone. All good. Thanks, Abhijit. Thanks, everyone. Okay, good. So now, introduction to Power BI. I told you that Power BI is a data visualization tool which is used by the most of the companies. But let me just show you few things, few details about Power BI. We all know Power BI is a Microsoft tool, and it's a complete end-to-end data analytics tool where we can do data analysis or data visualization. Power BI is a package. Power BI is not just a single tool. And when I say it's a package, it means I'm saying that let me just draw something here. Okay, so how many of you know this, right? And excuse my writing, please. MS Office. What is MS Office? I won't say it's a tool. It is not a tool. Then what it is? I'm getting some responses from you. MS Office is a package. That's right. MS Office is not a tool, guys. Many of you saying MS Office. MS Office is not a tool, it is a package, right? Or you can say a software application or a package. Package is the right term. In MS Office, we have tools like Excel, we have PowerPoint, we have Word, we have Access database, and we have few more tools available in this package. Same way, Power BI is a package. Package of what? Package of end-to-end data analytics, right? So in Power BI, we have multiple tools like Power BI Desktop, like Power BI Service, like Power BI Data Gateway, and many more. I will show you it in another slide. So Power BI is not just a single tool. Power BI is a package. In this package, we have multiple tools. Got the point? And Microsoft introduced this Power BI in 2015. And sometimes you may see this kind of questions in interviews also, or in in quizzes also. And let me tell you that the exact date, launch date was 24th July 2015. Right? So Microsoft was off, Power BI was officially launched by Microsoft on 24th July 2015. So it's almost 10 years going to complete very soon. Okay. So now we are going to talk when there are so many visualization tools or so many BI tools available in the market, then what's different in Power BI? Or what's the comparison between the leaders like Power BI versus Tableau versus Click? So I would say the ground reality is pretty much all tools offering having similar features. Or if I ask you a question, what's the difference between a HP laptop and a Dell laptop and a Lenovo laptop? What's the difference? Of course, these are from different companies, different brands, which is fine. But what other? Maybe these laptops having different configurations. But if we get the similar configuration for all the three laptops, then what's the difference? Then differences in terms of the services, after sales service, warranty, right? And kind of I would say the hardware support, right? So these kind of the benefits, and one or two feature, maybe any laptop is having extra. Maybe HP laptop is offering you fingerprint functionality, face recognition unlock, or maybe HP laptop is giving you a quick recovery of your Windows extra button in your keyboard or something like that. But more or less, these laptops are offering similar features. You can do your day-to-day work in any of the laptop. Same thing goes here. More or less, all same features, common features are available in all the tools. But Power BI is giving you some extra features which are not today available in the other tools, like free version available, right? But we are talking about Power BI Desktop here. Power BI Desktop is free, means the desktop application or the development application for Power BI is free, but development application for Tableau is not free. Tableau Desktop is not free. Tableau desktop public version is free, but that doesn't have the features in that you can't connect to all the data sources, right? So there are some limitations. Click desktop or click development environment is free. So Power BI is taking a lead here over Tableau that the development environment is totally free, which is given to the business users to do some self-service without any additional cost. But Power BI is not entirely free. One piece, one product, that is Power BI Desktop, that is free. Other than that, there is a feature in Power BI called semantic querying or natural language that is available in Power BI. Although recently Tableau also launched that feature where you can just type your question and get the answer. But the way Microsoft launched it, or Microsoft launched it, I would say 6-7 years ago, Power BI's feature is much mature. This gives a flexibility to the users to do ad hoc data analysis and self-service also. Correct? So more or less all features are same, but then what is different? Why people are running for Power BI? Why Power BI is in too much demand? We have some reasons to understand why and how Power BI has become the most popular BI or SSBI tool in just few years. Number one reason is lower upfront cost. Now, I'm not saying it's free, lower cost. I won't use cheaper word, right? That doesn't sound good. So I would say lower cost or affordable licensing, which is, good for any mid-size or a small company. Power BI implementation is not expensive. Power BI offering you APIs for integration. API stands for Application Programming Interface. API is a way to communicate or to enable the communication between two applications. So if you have a dashboard created in Power BI and you want to integrate that in SharePoint or any other website, then with the help of API integration feature, we can achieve that. I repeat, what is API? For integration means you have created a dashboard in Power BI, but you want to integrate this or you want to embed this in another website or in another tool. With the help of this feature, you can do easily. And the beauty is you don't need to do any code for it. You can do it in just few minutes by doing few clicks, right? That's the beauty. You don't need to be a hardcore programmer or a coder for this. No, any person who having zero knowledge of coding or programming can easily do this integration. Customization. Power BI offers you high-level customization for your reports and the visualization. In Power BI, we have a lot of custom visuals, a lot of properties, which helps you to achieve almost everything, whatever you want, right? Power BI In Power BI, you can create your dashboards, reports like some websites, or you can meet any of your users' look and feel requirements. Another reason why Power BI is becoming much popular or why Power BI is too much in demand, it's user-friendly tool. Anybody can quickly adopt this. The interface of Power BI, UI of Power BI, placement of buttons, features, all these are very easy to understand for any technical or a non-technical person. If I compare it with Tableau, Tableau's interface is not that much easy to understand. It takes time for your eyes to become habitual for that kind of interface or screen. Microsoft kept Power BI features look and feel very similar to Excel. So people who used to work in Excel since last 10, 15, 20 years, when they lift and shift their Excel-based reporting to Power BI, they feel connected. They feel connected because similar features, similar things were there in Excel and similar they are doing in Power BI. So Power BI is a highly advanced version of the Excel components. And that's the reason it's user friendly, easy to adopt. People can relate and understand Power BI much quicker comparing to the other tools. Power BI offering you some advanced features like machine learning with the help of some ML algorithms. You can do to some extent, you can achieve some of different features, like you can create do some forecasting analysis, some data prediction you can do, visualization you can do in Power BI. You have some natural language query where you can use NLP, machine learning algorithm, to enable your users to ask questions based on the data model we have prepared. Few more, text analytics, sentiment analysis, right? These kind of some machine learning features are available. Again, I'm iterating, Power BI is not a machine learning or not an ML tool. Power BI is a data visualization tool. Yes, we have a flavor of machine learning inside Power, just a flavor, not the whole product, right? We have a little bit features, a little bit touch. Power BI gives you mobility, ease of use, ease of access, right? So your senior leaders, business directors, they are traveling, they don't have the laptop all the time, they can view these reports, dashboards, and even they can slice and dice, do filtration and all, everything through their mobile phones or tablet. So Power BI dashboards are quickly available without any extra efforts. These are available for mobile devices or for mobile users as well, especially for sales users, marketing users, or who have a field job or the marketing traveling job. So it becomes easy for them. Power BI offering you lots of advanced analytics functionalities, like I told you yesterday as well, like data flow, deployment pipeline, analytics, text charts to text analytics, anomaly detection, outlier detection, right? So many things are there in Power BI's bucket, and Power BI, Microsoft is evolving, enhancing all these features every month. R and Python integration. If somewhere, something you feel that this is not doable in Power BI, then Power BI opens its door saying that you do it in R or Python. Or if you don't know R or Python, maybe in your team you have some other developer or team who works on this Python or R thing. You can collaborate with them, give this requirement to them. They will write the script, and that script you can fit inside the Power BI, and you can achieve whatever you want. Got it? So these all are the reasons making Power BI more popular, more in demand. Correct? Here, I want to take a pause. If anybody having any questions or facing any difficulty in understanding any topic, whatever I explained so far, just raise your hands and I will unmute you one by one quickly. If I'll unmute you, everybody, then everybody will start talking at the same time and we won't be able to understand. So those who have the questions, just raise hand in your Zoom tool. You have a raise hand button. So if any question, just raise hands. Or in case if anybody mentioned any question into the chat, I may miss a question, guys, from the chat. I said to you yesterday also, because hundreds of messages comes to chat. So you can just raise hand and I'll unmute you. So let me see here. No question, or you're not able to find the raise hand button. Let me just unmute you all then. If anybody not able to find the raise hand button, go ahead if any question. Unmute and ask.
Can you again explain how this is advanced form of Excel as you mentioned in under the user friendly tab?
Mhm. Is this a question?
Yeah, yeah. You said it's an advanced form of Excel, and can you just explain it again? That why you said that it's an advanced form of Excel and it will be giving more advanced options which you don't
Understood.
get in
So,
Excel.
understood. So, for those who work in Excel, right, as a business user, let's say they were creating their data analysis, their report, they were preparing in Excel today. But if management asks them to create this report in Power BI, no more Excel going forward, create this in Power BI. So they won't feel disconnected, right? They won't be worried like what they have asked me. Now, should I learn the another IT tool, right? People, non-technical, non-IT users, like they will get a little bit scary feeling, right? If let's say you ask a HR executive to learn an IT tool, they what I need to learn IT tool? Do I need to learn programming and all? No, I can't do that. I don't know. I'm not from that background, right? So they start getting this kind of feeling. But when they start using Power BI, they won't get this feeling. They will see that features, look and feel are similar. I'm saying similar, I'm not saying 100% same. I can say 50, 60% is same. So it will be a quick and easy adoption for business users to migrate their Excel-based reporting to Power BI. But it was not the case with Tableau. If people using Excel and somebody asks, tomorrow onwards, you will use Tableau, no Excel. Then HR team or business users won't be able to understand Tableau interface very quickly. Many of the business users even will give up that I can't learn Tableau. It's very tough. Power BI is easy, quick to learn because features, functionalities are given in a very easy manner. And that's the I would say common thing of Microsoft tools, right? You see Teams, Outlook, SharePoint, Excel, all the other Microsoft tools. So being a Microsoft family product, it's a by default advantage. Another reason I forgot to mention, being a Microsoft family product, Power BI is having a very tight and easy integration with all other Microsoft tools. Like if you want to integrate Power BI with Excel, it's one click. You want to integrate Power BI with PowerPoint, one click. Power BI integration with Microsoft Teams, and we all know Teams is a very popular, right? We can't survive without Teams in our day-to-day office work. In one click, you can integrate your Power BI with Teams, Power BI with Outlook, Power BI with SharePoint. So that's the advantage of being a Microsoft. Make sense?
Thanks, got it.
Okay, Mayank, my question is regarding that API for integration. So is it a pull push mechanism or how it works? Like,
No. It's not full push. Basically, Power BI have some features where you go and generate an embedded URL or a link. That link you can fit into SharePoint.
okay, so basically we need, I mean, if we want to from Synapse or ADF, we want to integrate with Power BI, then we have to call the API. I mean, Power BI API we have to call, right? We don't have.
Power BI, yeah, you will have to just generate that, expose the API from Power BI and then consume this API in the other tool, whatever. Let's say
Okay.
I am a Power BI developer, correct?
Hmm.
And
So I have
you,
to go
and
the
let's say you are a
API
SharePoint developer,
on
correct?
in the Power BI API. We have to connect. I mean, get or post. We have to use from other system. And one more thing
Correct.
is
I'm
that
giving a simple example. I don't want to use get post
mm,
terms, otherwise others will get confused because they are not from that background. So let me simplify it. So I am a Power BI developer and Sudeepta is a SharePoint developer, right? We got a project where I will create my Power BI dashboard, but we will display it, we will show it from the SharePoint screen. So you and I will collaborate in this project. I will develop the dashboard and I will expose that URL, that API URL. Correct? That URL I will give to you, and you are a SharePoint developer. You will just consume that API in your SharePoint. I'm not saying taking all those technical names, what you will do, that's the job of a SharePoint developer. You will do your job, you will do your magic and fit that URL in your SharePoint page, and business users will start seeing a Power BI report within a SharePoint page. Got it?
and there will be security key also, right?
security, whatever the security I will implement in my report, that will be carried forward to the SharePoint as it is.
And one more thing on machine learning. So how, I mean, there is a scope to implement the machine learning algorithms directly in Power BI, or I mean,
No,
it's
we
capable.
have some preloaded features to some extent. I would say few features are preloaded. Few machine learning algorithms are preloaded in Power BI, which you can use. If these fits in your requirement, good. If you do not want to use that, or if you want to customize it, then you don't have that flexibility to
So out of
customize the algorithm.
box feature only available.
Yes, if you say, or if you get a requirement that I want to train this model with a different algorithm, or I want to try a different algorithm behind this model now, then you will have to go with the Python, or you will have to go with the machine learning tools or any such tool which offers these kind of functionalities, right? Power BI is just a data visualization tool, not an AI tool, not an ML tool, not a Gen AI tool. Yes, little bit flavor has been added. You know, every company does these kind of things for the marketing, selling, and to make some of the features, visibility thing.
So what
But
type of
it's not.
algorithms are available in build?
So, I mean, you will not see algorithm in front of your screen. Algorithm is,
Right.
I would say loaded from the backend, but you can use some of the
Features.
features like,
Features will be
yeah,
available.
you can use like time series algorithm based feature. You can do prediction, data forecasting based on time series, or
Vector analysis.
you can, sorry.
Vector analysis.
No, you don't have that. You have text and based analytics, sentiment analysis you can do. Other than that, you have a NLP, natural language processing you can use, right? So these 4 or 5 use cases we can put. If you have more than that, then you will have to go to those advanced tools. And I'll give another lemon example. You have a mobile phone and you have a DSLR, right? Which one you will prefer to capture high quality videos and high quality images? You have both the tools, but which one you will prefer?
I mean,
Of
it
course,
depends.
yeah. I mean, I'm saying, let's say you are going some travel, right, for some vacations. You have both the devices.
Okay, then
Will you
DSLR.
just say, of course, everybody will prefer the
Capability.
DSLR because DSLR is specialized in that area. To
Right.
some extent, we have good cameras, even if you go with iPhone 16 Pro Max, whatever, you have good cameras there, but they can't replace a good quality DSLR ever. Okay. Same thing, if somewhere you wanted to make a mobile phone call, you want to send a WhatsApp message, in that case, you can't use a DSLR, right? Some DSLRs are also offering some text messagings and all, but those are not that much intuitive. Those are not specialized. Mobile phone is specialized in that area. What I want to say here is, or the takeaway is, Power BI is specialized in the data visualization. To some extent, you can do few basic other stuff. Same thing goes for Gen AI tool, ML tools, AI tools. These tools can do that particular stuff where they are specialized, but they can't create dashboards like Power BI. So there is nothing which is one size fits all. For different expertise, for different specialized result, we go with the specialized product. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question.
I have a question regarding the R and Python integration. So can you tell me a scenario where R and Python integration is required?
So scenario we'll discuss in those respective modules, but for now, I would say if something you feel that is not doable, achievable in Power BI, then we will have that flexibility to get this done in Python and integrate that Python code inside the Power BI. I will give you 2 scenarios. Practically, I will show you even. Demo I will do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
For that purpose, what level of Python is required? It's intermediate level or basic level or advanced level of Python is required for that purpose?
It will depend on the requirement. If somebody said that I just want to create a connection with Mongo database, then 3 lines of code in Python you need to write. 3-line code in Python.
Okay.
Right.
And R
If the
stands for
requirement is create a 3D radar chart in Python, then you will have to write 20 lines of code in Power BI. If the requirement is you will have to pull the data from a Wikipedia website and do some more websites web scraping, and then do some kind of data cleaning, data transformations. There are multiple phrases exported, but from those phrases, we want to get more keywords or I would say key facts extracted. And then based on that fact, we want to train a model which can give us the sentiment analysis data model. So then you will have to write maybe 300 lines of code in Power BI and Python. It will purely depends what your requirement is.
R and Python integration. R stands for?
It's just a name of the programming language.
Okay.
There's no as such full form of this.
Fine. Thanks.
So for advanced analytics, what kind of the advanced analytics we cover go entire through the session, like predictive analytics or any other
Again, I'm
analytics?
saying Power BI is not okay. Let me explain one more topic. There are 3 types of data analytics we do: descriptive data analytics, predictive data analytics, and prescriptive data analytics. Power BI is specialized only for the first one, which is descriptive data analytics. Power BI is not for predictive data analytics. For predictive data analytics, we have to use predictive analytics tools like KNIME, Alteryx, RapidMiner, TensorFlow, Python, R. Those are the tools used for the predictive analytics, not Power BI. Right? So do not get that assumption that I want to travel through water, but I want to use my car or my bike. No, that's not practically possible. If you want to travel through water, then my friend, you will have to take a boat or a ship or something else. You need to take a water transport vehicle, not a road transport vehicle. You can't use on the water. So if you want to do predictive analytics, you can't use a descriptive analytical tool. You will have to use predictive analytics tool. Make sense?
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
But what other tools, what other features we will cover in advanced analytics? In advanced analytics, we will be covering advanced features of Power BI, right?
Yep.
Like
Thank you.
data flows, curated data models, deployment pipelines. These are the advanced features of Power BI, not a regular day-to-day feature. These are advanced features rarely used or known by the Power BI developers, right? So we will be covering those advanced features of the Power BI, which supports your advanced analytics, means advanced descriptive analysis. Whatever we will learn, whatever we will talk, everything will be related to the descriptive analytics. Power BI is a descriptive analytical tool. Okay. Any other
Mahesh,
question,
also you were
guys?
talking
Yes.
about some sort of structured data, unstructured data. Can you elaborate a little bit? Like, what is the difference between them?
So, say that again.
I think you are talking about a structural data or unstructured data.
Okay, it's structured data, right? So, for example, you are pulling some data from Excel, but your column headers are not proper. You do not have one table per sheet. You have, let's say, 6 tables placed in one single sheet, right? Or your column names are not aligned. You do not have the proper data flowing in those columns. Means these are the unstructured data issues. So Power BI supports structured data, means a proper right tabular format data. Correct? So that's what Power BI means. So if sometimes data is not
right, is there any issue if you get the data from different database? For example, you're talking about MongoDB or MySQL. Like obviously MySQLs are structured data, right? And if you get the data from different database, will that gonna cause any issue in our workflow?
No. See, good question. If you are using any documented DB like Cosmos DB, MongoDBs, right? If you are if you have loaded some document data in form of the document, that is called unstructured data. Power BI won't support that unstructured data. Power BI support only structured, means a proper tabular format, or semi-structured, means tabular format with some minor issues. Those issues we can fix, we can handle in Power BI while doing the data transformation.
Got it.
Yeah. Next
What
question.
level of R and Python can we expect?
For what?
No, like, will you be teaching us R and Python as well?
Okay.
Are
I will
they
be just
included in the course?
showing. Understood. First of all, to learn Power BI, zero knowledge of R Python need. But point is not just to learn Power BI. Point is to handle or face some requirements also in the companies. Sometimes you may get a requirement that do this thing, but that is not doable in Power BI. Then at least I'll give you that awareness that is possible through Python. If you get this one done in Python, maybe another team, another developer can do, and that you can fit it into Power BI. I will give a basic overview of R and Python, and then I will showcase 2 demos of this, at how and where we write Python code and how do we and where we fit that code inside the Power BI, which will give you a high level knowledge or awareness that if any such requirement comes in which is not doable in Power BI, at least you will be able to take this approach rather than saying no to your client. Make sense?
Okay.
Mahesh, which one is most often used?
It's so
between R and
sorry,
Python?
but my name is Mayank, not Mahesh.
Oh, Mike. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I think I
no
missed
worries.
first half an hour class
Yeah,
yesterday.
no worries. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So which programming language is most commonly used, R or Python?
Okay, Python.
Python. Okay.
Yes. But why? We have a dedicated module on this. We'll discuss in detail.
Got it. Okay.
Meg, one more question. As I have a heavy data available on Excels, wherein I do some data analytics on a daily basis. But while uploading that Excel on desktop or Power BI desktop, we always get hacked. So, is there any limitation of the MB or something with Power BI?
Yes, there is a capping and there is a resolution also of that capping. So let me come there. I will explain.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So thanks for all your questions, queries, guys. If there is any question from your side or any other doubt you have still, we'll have another round of the Q&A, and that time we'll discuss. Okay, Bharat, what you are asking, ETL versus ELT, I'll explain right at the end. And you're asking a question, Sarthak, SQL knowledge. SQL knowledge is not required to learn Power BI, right? Try to understand what I'm saying. To learn Power BI, you need zero SQL knowledge. But to work as a data analyst, as a BI developer, as a successful BI developer, to work in your company, in your projects, you need a little bit SQL knowledge, right? Got the point? Okay. So let's go for a quick break. And after this break, we'll continue on understanding a few more features. We'll talk about the Power BI license part as well. Okay. Thank you. After this break, we'll continue, guys. Hello guys, welcome back after the break. I hope all of you joined back. We can continue. All right. If there's any question from your side, we'll come back to your questions in a few minutes. Okay, so let's talk about what are the different elements or the key tools we use. Power BI Desktop, Power BI Service, and Power BI Mobile Apps. Although there are a few other tools, but these are the three common or most frequently used ones. Let's try to understand what is Power BI Desktop, how it looks like, what is Power BI Service, and how it looks like, and what is Power BI Mobile App. So Power BI Desktop is your software application which you need to install in your Windows laptop, Windows 10 or Windows 11 laptop. And I shared more in detail about the Power BI Desktop installation in yesterday's class. Please check out the recording if anybody missed. Power BI Desktop is your software application, which is mainly used by the developers, right? Or by the report or by the content creator, right? When I refer a word content, it means I'm talking about data models or I'm talking about reports dashboards. Okay, so if you want to develop any model or a report, then you will be using Power BI Desktop. In Power BI Desktop, we will be creating a model. When you see this data section, right here, we will be preparing a data model. Data model is an old terminology now. Microsoft has renamed data model to semantic model. So going forward, till now I was using the word data model, but now I will be using word called semantic model, right? Just the naming conventions Microsoft changed. So instead of calling data model, I will refer semantic model. Clear? I was using data model because it's more common, right? People can understand it. But going forward, I will talk Power BI language, right? Semantic model. So here you can create your semantic model, and whatever the semantic model you create, that you can use to create the reports here. So this is called Canvas. This Canvas is your data visualization area. In this canvas, you can add your line charts, you can add your pie charts, right? Or whatever the visual you want, you can add and prepare an interactive report. So Power BI Desktop is mainly used to develop a semantic model and the report. Correct? Once you have developed your report or your model here, then you will publish it. You will deploy this report or model to Power BI service. How do you deploy or publish? Those options are given in the Power BI Desktop. We will learn. But the point is how this Power BI service looks like and who use this Power BI service. So Power BI service is mainly used by the business users, your content weavers, content developers using Power BI Desktop, content weavers using Power BI service. How Power BI service looks like? Power BI service is a cloud application, or we can say it is a online version or a cloud version of Power BI. To access this, we use a URL called app.powerbi.com. My user ID password is saved. That's why it didn't ask. Here, I will be giving a user ID password to you guys in the going forward classes. We are using a trial license. And this trial license will be valid for 2 months, right? So I'm into the Power BI service. This is the interface or the screen of Power BI service. You can access this Power BI service on your browser. Either you are using your Windows laptop or Mac OS laptop or whatever, you can just open this URL anywhere. In this, you will be having your reports and your models. You will have multiple buttons, features here, which I will explain in coming classes, but you will be going to a particular workspace like your sales, finance, HR, supply chain, whatever the workspace. And from there, you will have different folders. You can go to the folders, you can open your reports, you can share these reports with your business users. And from here, your users can interact, they can view the reports. Along with viewing the reports, your users can slice and dice. They can jump on different pages, go to the summary page. I just want to see this data only for a particular country. Then your users can apply some filters here. Let's say I want to see your data only for Denmark. Just put a filter here for Denmark and data will get filtered here, right? Or you will have some of the slicing dicing feature, like you select this visual, other visuals will get filtered, right? So this kind of features or these kind of things will be used by your report viewers, by the content viewers. Your business users can export these reports to Excel, PowerPoint, PDF. They can share these reports with other users, other team members, right? Going forward, your users can do some automation, sending reports through Excel, through email, or sending some alerts, automated alerts based on some threshold limits. All different features are available here in the Power BI service. So this is a first look of Power BI service I was showing you and how the report looks like. Power BI service is used by the business users to view the reports, interact with the reports, and share and collaborate with other users. Clear? Power BI mobile app. This Power BI mobile app is also used by the content viewers for viewing the reports, dashboards. If you do not have a laptop or you not carrying the laptop all the time, then mobile app gives you the benefit to access these things, slice and dice these things from anywhere you want. So Power BI service, you can access through the laptop or through your tab device. Power BI mobile app gives you similar features, everything same, but accessing or viewing these reports through mobile device. You can install Power BI mobile app in your Android phones, in your iOS phones, in your Windows phones also. And the regular way you install the other applications in your mobile phone, same way you can go to App Store or Play Store, and from there you can search Power BI and install that application there. So this is an overview which is used by whom. So Power BI Desktop is used by content developers or content creators to develop a semantic model and report. Power BI service is used for viewing, sharing, collaboration purpose by content viewers, means by your business users. Same goes for Power BI mobile app as well. Okay. Now the thing is, how's the scope of Power BI? Well, we just try to add few company names here where Power BI is already implemented, and these companies are regularly hiring or looking for Power BI experts. Although it was hard to put all the company names here on a slide, but all the Fortune 500 companies, MNCs, right, are using Power BI. And many companies are in process to migrate their existing reporting workloads to Power BI, like Tableau to Power BI, Excel to Power BI, of course, is going on. Looker to Power BI, ClickView to Power BI, right? So these kind of things are happening in multiple companies. Even I would say if you go to any other job portal like LinkedIn Jobs, Naukri.com, Monster Jobs, Indeed Jobs, right? Whatever the job platform you are looking for, just try to search Power BI jobs there and you will see thousands of jobs are flowing there. So Power BI is in huge demand, but still supply is less for the Power BI experts. There are a lot of people who knows Power BI, but they knows only 20-30% of Power BI. Companies looking for an end-to-end Power BI expert. So here is the opportunity for us to learn and get opportunity to, be successful in this field. We will be learning these things from basics to intermediate to advanced level. Every topic we will be learning, will be covering. There will be few topics which are not much used in the companies, but still we will learn, we will touch base those just for our awareness. Okay. Now the point is, how do we work with Power BI? In order to work with Power BI, first of all, we connect the data to Power BI Desktop. After connecting the data to Power BI Desktop, we start doing some of the formatting. Like sometimes data is not clean. There are some issues in the data. So we will have to resolve or fix all those data related issues in Power BI. Once our data is looking good, it all is formatted properly, then we start creating a proper model with having the right relationships between the data, having the right calculation, performing mathematical measures, depending on the requirements. Once our model is ready, and again, I will use the right term, when our semantic model is ready, then we start creating the data visualization. We start doing the report. So first, what we create, report of the semantic model. First, we create the semantic model. On top of that semantic model, we create the visualization of the report. In this visualization, we will be, depending on the agreement with business users at the time of requirement gathering, we will be creating all the required visuals, required charts, providing the required filters, hierarchies, discussing with the users, then accordingly getting their feedback, right? And then sharing or publishing this report to Power BI service. Once we publish this report to Power BI service, then our users can use it, view it, and they can share it with other team members if they want. This is a high-level process or a life cycle of a Power BI project. But in between of these, there will be a couple of stages where we will be doing some data testing, visualization testing, or we will be implementing the security and all. Those comes in between of these modules. Each of this section is a module with us. We are going to learn module in module 1, how do we connect the data? In module 2, we will learn for data transformation. In module 3, we will learn DAX and modeling. In module 4, we will learn visualization. In module 5, we will learn publishing and permissions, giving permissions to our users. We will not be jumping directly to the data visualization because I know most people like creating the pie charts, creating the charts, bar charts, and then filling the colors in those. I know it's easy, interesting part, but we will go with the right method, right sequence. We will be starting from module 1, and then we will be going in the sequence. We won't jump from one module or from one topic to another topic directly. We'll follow this pattern so that the learning becomes easy for all of you. I know some of you may have a question directly related to the visualization, directly related to publishing, but I will park those questions for now to avoid unnecessary confusions, right? And we will be going in the sequence. If you have any question, we can discuss that at the end, right? Any advanced module related questions. Now we are going to have a look of what different components we have or what are the different tools we have in this Power BI package. A few minutes back, I was saying Power BI is a package where we have multiple tools. So which are those multiple tools? Here you see these are the tools. We have talked about a couple of tools. Let's start reading it from bottom to up. Power BI Desktop. I know you all have understood this Power BI Desktop. What is Power BI Desktop? A software application used by the content creators for creating the semantic model and the reports. Then what is Power BI Lab and Power BI Service? These are used by the content viewers for viewing, collaborating, sharing the reports. Correct? Now, Power BI Q&A. This Power BI Q&A offers you some of the features where you can ask questions in simple, plain English language, and Power BI will give you the answers with the help of different visuals. So basically, here Power BI is using natural language processing in the backend, where Power BI is trying to understand your requirement, what you are giving to Power BI, and Power BI is generating that result in a visualization format. And you can further tweak that if you want. So this is called Power BI Q&A feature. Another is called Power Map. Power Map helps us to bring geographical data in different visuals. Especially we have a couple of maps available like bubble maps, shape maps, field maps, Azure maps. With the help of different maps, we can visualize data, especially when you have your country, state, location, postal codes, longitude, latitude, these kind of information available in your data. Embedded analytics helps us to do the integration with the help of APIs. Same thing what I was explaining in the previous slide. If you want to integrate any Power BI dashboard in a SharePoint, then you will use this embedded analytics feature. Behind the scene, you will generate some API or a URL of a report, and you can attach, you can integrate it in SharePoint, in any .NET website, in any Java website, or in any other tool or in mobile application. So this gives you the integration benefit. Another tool we have, Power BI Report Server. Power BI Report Server is a substitute of Power BI service. Power BI Report Server is used by the business users for the viewing purpose, but this is not on cloud. This is on premises. Some of the banks, government companies, or any other financial institution using this Power BI Report Server. Rarely used tool, but it gives you some of the on-premises implementation benefits of Power BI. If any company do not want to deploy or host their reports or models on the Power BI service on the Microsoft Cloud, then they can opt on-premises version of Power BI Report Server. This Power BI Report Server having some advantage and disadvantages also, which we will discuss in module 7. But Power BI Report Server is similar to Power BI Service, but it is on-prem version, on-premises version, not cloud. Next, we have Data Gateway and the super useful tool. Data Gateway acts like a bridge. And let me simplify this. When you order, let me give some layman example. When you order some, let's say, food through different food delivering websites or apps like from Swiggy, Food Panda, Zomato, and all, that delivery boy, right, or delivery guy is the one who is delivering or who is transferring that material or that food from that sources restaurant, from that restaurant to you. So who is delivering this, all the information, all the content, all the data? That delivery guy. Data gateway is that delivery guy who is transferring the data from source to the destination. Means if you have some data in your database in Excel and you want to automatically refresh the data in your published models, then we need a guy, we need a delivery person, and that is the data gateway. So data gateway acts as a bridge, as a delivery guy to automated transfer the data from your source to the destination. So data gateway is mainly used for enabling the auto data refresh or scheduled data refresh. You can set some timing, like at 9 a.m., data should refresh automatically every day, or after every 3 hours, data should refresh automatically. These kind of alarms or these kind of schedules you can set to make the data refresh smooth. Got it? So this is a high level overview of all the tools which we have into this Power BI course. We will be learning, covering each and every course, each and every tool in detail with practical examples. Plus, we have one tool called Power BI Report Builder or Paginated Report, which comes by default into the Power BI Report Server section. So I didn't highlight that or added that separately. All right, now let's talk about the licensing part of the Power BI. So basically, Power BI offers you multiple options for the license. First of all, Power BI Desktop is totally free. For Power BI Desktop, you don't need any license. Power BI Desktop is totally free for everyone. But this Power BI Service, this is not free. You must have a license to access the Power BI service, or any of the feature of Power BI service you want to use, then you must have a license for the developers or for the business users. If your business users wants to use Power BI service, then we must have a license for each user. And license will be assigned on your business users or on your employees' email ID. So this is my
email ID. On top of this email ID, I have a Power BI license called Pro. Power BI license type called Pro. Pro is a type of a license. Okay. So on top of my official email ID, I have this Pro license. Same way, if you have 20 users in your company or 20 sales users who will be using Power BI, then you will have to purchase 20 Power BI Pro licenses. And 2 are the developers. So 20 plus 2 means 22 Pro licenses you need to purchase from Microsoft and assign those license on everyone's of email IDs. Cost of purchasing these license. Microsoft has made some of the licensing changes recently. So let me just go to the official website directly. So Power BI Pro license cost around $14. Okay, so as I said, Power BI desktop is totally free. So this free account is applicable to the Power BI desktop. I think there is something wrong here. Let me refresh this. It's not properly showing everything. What? Page not found? Come on. Microsoft made some license changes recently, so I just wanted to show you the latest information. In our slides, we have old information as just a few days back only Microsoft changed the licenses. So team is already working to update the slides. Give me a second, let me find for some reason this Microsoft link not working. Let me just find a way to access this. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to find that link. That is not working for some reason. Maybe it's down to Microsoft side, but I found some alternate options, right? Let me just show you from there. So the license cost Microsoft recently changed, and this is another web link I opened. So the latest costing is $14 per month, right? That's what I was telling to you. Previously, Power BI Pro license cost was $10 per user per month. But Microsoft has increased it very first time in last 10 years. And instead of $10, now one license cost is $14 per user per month. Okay. There is another license called Power BI Premium license, right? This is premium per user license. So in case, and there was a question, right? Like if in case you are working on a heavy data right? Or you want to use some advanced features, then you need premium per user license. So this license costs you $24 per user per month, right? So these are the two licensing options we have. Most of the cases, most of the companies, we are using pro license, which is more than enough to do our day-to-day work. These pro licenses are having almost all those features which are needed to build reports, publish reports, analyze, share, export, automate. Everything is given in this pretty much. But one thing, and this was the question somebody was asking, if your semantic model size is up to 1 GB, then Power BI Pro license will be working. But if your semantic model size is above 1 GB, then using Pro license, you won't be able to deploy. Then you need a premium per user license. If you have, let's say, 3 GB of your semantic model or more than 1 GB semantic model, then it means you need to upgrade the license from Power BI Pro to PPU license, Power BI Premium per user license, right? Additionally, it gives you some additional benefits like more faster, quicker refreshes, or number of refreshes are also increased in this, right? But this 1 GB also, you see, this is a big number. You won't be able to hit this 1 GB easily, right? So I will talk more about on this 1 GB capping, right? It's basically compressed size of a Power BI model. So this is just a quick information for the licensing part. You have two licenses, Power BI Pro, costing is this, premium per user, costing is this, okay? Previously, the cost was slightly lower, but Microsoft increased it recently. Clear? Now, and one thing, Power BI Desktop is totally free. In Power BI Desktop, you are developing your content, but at the end of the day, you will be publishing it, right? You will share it with somebody. So at that time, it will be checked. Your model which you created in Power BI, you want to publish it. While you're publishing it, is it less than 1 GB? Then go with the Pro license. Is it more than 1 GB? Then go with premium license, right? Power BI Desktop is free, right? Means you have the Power BI Desktop to develop, but you will be sharing it with your sales users, with managers, with directors. At that time, you need the license, right? So Microsoft is playing smartly that they are giving you the desktop to develop, but to share, to collaborate, you need a license, right? And I can give you an example that you have a mobile phone, but you do not have a SIM card. You have a mobile phone, but you don't have a SIM card. If you want to take the actual benefit of your mobile phone, you want to call others, you want to chit chat, then you must have a SIM, and in that SIM, you will have to make a recharge, right? So that Power BI service is your SIM card and Power BI Desktop is your mobile phone. So you can develop the content, but you can just save it for yourself. If you want to share it, collaborate it, you want hundreds of other users to access your report, then you need a license. Make sense? Right? All right. So I take a pause here. If any questions, queries you guys are having. There are a few more things I have to cover to share with you. I do not want to rush the things just to complete or finish. I want to deliver it in a proper way so that you guys can understand the basics, fundamental things, right? We have a lot of time. Don't worry about that. So I just stop here, not going further. There are a few more things we have in this first module to talk about, like there are some building blocks we have, and there are a few more features we have to learn and discuss, right? So we'll go on that in tomorrow's session, correct? So I just take a pause here for any questions, queries you have related to anything, whatever we did so far. Please raise your hand if you can, or if you want, you can just unmute yourself. Before that, if anybody is planning to drop now, I just want to share one important thing. The homework for today is going to be whatever we have learned today, you will have to just check out the slides. It's available in your module 1 presentation you have. Just check out this one. And don't go with the quiz today. Maybe do it tomorrow, because let me complete this module tomorrow. One topic is pending only, right? Building blocks. Let me cover that tomorrow, and then I will assign this one. Power BI desktop documentation is attached for installation purpose if anybody missed. So go through to the presentation, go through the recording. Recording will be accessible from here. You will have class 2 recording available here. Correct. This is the homework. Another important thing is thanks everyone for submitting the feedback for yesterday's session. Same way you will have to do it for all the sessions, right? I just want to share it once again. When you drop the session, automatically that feedback window will come to your screen. You will have the section class feedback and instructor or trainer feedback. Excellent, average, good, bad. These are the options. Only excellent option considered as a positive feedback. If you want any message, you can write down that there to cover, show me another topic or repeat something. I'll see that, and accordingly, I will act on that in next session. Good, average, bad, all considered as negative feedback. Our team will reach out to you to understand what didn't went well and how can we serve better. Please submit the feedback after the session. Once you drop, you will have a pop-up on your screen. Okay, questions now. What are the queries, questions you have? Please unmute yourself and ask one by one.
So on yesterday class, I have one question, right? When I download the Power BI, so as you were saying, in security and the preview setting, we need to make changes, right? And is there another things as well that I need to do? Because in security, you map and
field map.
yeah, I done it, right? And in preview setting, I select all the things, only one that you told me. I
Correct.
done this as well, and another things that I need to do.
No, that's it.
Okay, because the the internet went slow and your voice was not clear at that time. That's why I asked.
How was the voice today?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
All
What
things
happened? What happened yesterday? It was something like somehow my headphone was not connected with my laptop for some reason, right? So I had to update the driver. I don't know what was happening. I checked the
Okay.
recording. Yeah, it was, slightly disturbance was coming. So
In
accordingly, I
recording,
just
I
took
saw
action.
everything, but this content was not clear over there as well. You
Okay, yeah,
can check.
only two features so you need to enable: preview features and map and field maps. That's it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And this is a one-time activity only you need to do after installation or upgradation of the Power BI desktop.
And what about the Copilot? Because at the time of installing, there was
nothing to do with Copilot.
Okay, so it's a inbuilt feature that we need
It's
to
inbuilt.
use. Okay, got it.
It's inbuilt, but depending on the license, you will be able to access it.
Okay, so Copilot is only for the premium users or pro as well?
It's not for pro. It's not for premium. There is another license called Fabric license. I will explain that later. I do not want to confuse you guys, right? So for Power BI, we have two licenses, Pro and Premium. But there is something launched by Microsoft called Fabric, right? And there is a separate license for that.
Okay, so
So
then
in
we were
Fabric
able
license,
to use
we get the
Copilot.
Copilot.
Okay, so if we will have the Fabric license, then we are able to use the Copilot as well, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Hey, Mayank, I have just one question. The class recording, yesterday's class recording was updated under class 1. So this one also will be updated there.
Do not access it from the modules, access it from the class recordings sections. Go here to class recordings and then access it from your class 1, class 2, class 3 like this.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
If any other question, please unmute and ask. If you put any question into the chat, guys, it's possible that I may miss that question because hundreds of messages coming into the chat. It's hard to find your question from there.
Hello.
So better you just ask. Yes.
Hello. Hi,
So-
my name is Kritika.
Yeah, go ahead. One by one, everybody's
Yeah.
turn will come. No worries.
Yeah. Actually, I'm from non-IT background. So I have seen some recordings from SQL and Python, but not able to understand. So what should I do? What is the right approach?
Why are you seeing Python recordings right now?
Not Python, but I have seen some SQL recording, like I think BDL I have seen.
Yeah. So if you don't understand the SQL and all, I would suggest those recordings which you are seeing, those are the self-paced recordings, right? I mean, it means if you need some basic knowledge, you can check out those recordings and understand the concept. But if you say you want to opt, you don't understand those things, you want to opt, you want to go with a dedicated SQL training, then you can explore some of the courses, right?
Okay, so is
For
it
learning Power BI, we don't need SQL, but when you will be in you will be in a Power BI project, you will be doing a project in your company. At that time, you may have some requirement like your project manager or your business user has asked you to extract the data from a database. If you don't know the SQL, then how will you be able to fetch the data from the database?
Yes, but I mean from cracking interviews and all, is it mandatory to have like proper
It
full-fledged?
depends well on the job description. For which job you are applying, is SQL a required skill for that job? Then yes, you should have SQL knowledge. Or if you're applying for a job where only Power BI knowledge is required, then you don't need any SQL. So it purely depends on the job description. But having SQL basic knowledge and Excel basic knowledge is recommended with Power BI. So I will suggest get some basics of SQL, get some basics of Excel along with your Power BI for interviews and for your day-to-day Power BI projects in your company.
Okay, so can I raise query if I have any doubt in those videos? Can I raise query in portal?
In LMS portal, yes, you can.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Hello,
Thank you. Yes,
can you hear me?
yes.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure I'm auditable. I mean, you can hear me.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, okay. So what source are we going to use if we are not? You said SQL is not necessary, but so is the source different?
We will be using Excel, CSV, PDF, and text files, and OData, API, SQL databases, data warehouses. These all different sources we will practice in our classes.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ronnie.
So when the class started, you told like a company's sales is going up, then it went down. So in that case, for a data analyst, they will give you the scenario, or how
They will give you
in
the
it,
requirements.
or they will give the requirements.
Yes. So you will be
Like,
getting the requirements from your business users, from your sales users, for example. You will sit down with your sales users, you will understand what challenges they are facing, what exactly their problems are. You will try to understand, you will try to relate those with the business process. You will have the understanding of the data. Then you will start looking that how can you solve these issues in Power BI? How can you create automated dashboard for your sales users? That's how you will be working in day-to-day projects.
so basically it's a joint operation.
Yes.
Means you'll, okay, all right. And my next question is regarding the data gateway. And you told like it can be refreshed. So basically, if that refresh is happening, all the reports will also get refreshed.
Yes, all reports data will refresh automatically.
All right. So once we create this report, it is still accessing the data from the data warehouse, or it is getting the data to the system?
See, you loaded the data once, but tomorrow your data will change, numbers will change, right? You want that numbers and
Right.
data to keep updating automatically. For that purpose, we use the data gateway.
Okay. So we are referencing the data.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Next question, please.
Mayank, I know there is another tools called Tableau is very popular also.
Yes, Tableau is popular.
Do you think the Power BI popularity is gradually increasing, or like what is the situation like down the road from now, like 5 to 10 years? Are we in the good hand right now since we are learning the Power BI instead of Tableau?
Mm-hmm. I would say Tableau came in market in 2003. So Tableau is almost 22, around 22 years of old product. Power BI came in market just 10 years ago. So it's just 10 years old product. So Power BI has a long way to go. Power BI is not going anywhere. Even companies are transferring Power BI, their Tableau projects to Power BI because Tableau is very expensive, right? And Tableau having some challenges also with integrating with the Microsoft products. Tableau is having another challenge that it's not that much easy, that intuitive for the self-service BI. Business users, non-IT, non-BI users can't use Tableau, can't adopt Tableau very quickly. Power BI giving all those features, functionalities. Another reason is Tableau desktop is not free. Even developing the content in Tableau is a paid feature, while this is free in Power BI. At least development is free in Power BI, but in Tableau, development is also paid. You need a license for that also. So all these reasons we have that Power BI is becoming the first choice of the companies. I won't oppose Tableau. I've worked in Tableau a lot, but Tableau is having some of the, Tableau is lacking in some of the features now. Tableau is not a much easy to understand, not user friendly comparing to Power BI.
All
Correct?
right. Do you also recommend learning Tableau as well besides the Power BI, or Power BI should be good enough?
For sure, I will recommend if you have time and if you are passionate to learn multiple tools for data analytics, definitely you should go for it. If I would be at your place seeing multiple tools options in market, sometimes we get the confusions because too many choices creates the confusions. So
Right.
my sequence of learning would be first Power BI, then
Mm-hmm.
basic Excel, then basic SQL, then Tableau, and then Python. That's my, I would say, preference of learning things. Because if
Got it.
I'll
Thank you.
start initially with Python, then Python is the ocean. And I do not want to jump directly into the ocean if I don't know how to swimming. So first I will learn swimming and then I will jump in the
Got it.
ocean.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Next question, please.
Hello, I
Hi,
have
Mike.
one question.
Yeah. And feel free to drop, guys, if you don't have any questions, queries, if you have any business meetings, any office timing and all, feel free to drop. Or if you want, you can stay to hear the conversation. Yes, next question.
Yeah, it's a bit, what do you say, uh, in-depth question. Like, we have Power BI family, right, in which we have Power BI report builder, report server. So, if you have time on this, can you please keep a session on this, like for at least for 10 to 15 minutes, so that
On what?
Power BI report builders, Power BI report server, like
Of
we
course,
have.
we have a dedicated module, sir. Without completing or learning
No, no,
this,
no.
this course will not be completed.
Yeah, I was just checking, like whether we have or not on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Module 7 is the dedicated module for Power BI Report Builder, PageNet Report, Report Server, RLS.
Yeah,
A dedicated module. 3 hours we will have only for this.
okay, then that's good. Then I can
Yeah.
postpone my question at that time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Shiva. Hi, Mayank. I have a question regarding we are doing Power BI dashboard POC currently. I created PageNet report and Power BI dashboard, and as of now, I would like to integrate it with the paginated report with Power BI dashboard. I integrated, but I would like to add a button. On click, I need to open that paginated report.
And
Is
that
it
button
possible?
you want to add in your Power BI report?
Yes, I need to add a button in Power BI report. On click, I am expecting to open paginated report.
Yeah, you can do that. I think you can add a button. You can add a paginated report first in a new page. And then
Okay.
add a button. When you click on that button, it will take you to the paginated report page. And from there, that report will start loading or showing the data.
Okay, got it.
Right? Or if you want to see a demo of this, then wait for module 7. In that, we will do the same thing, what you are asking.
Okay. I will try. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question?
Hi, Mayank. Mahesh this side.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, earlier you have mentioned that there is a limitation for Power BI files, like especially for a Power BI desktop, where we can't reuse, like we can't share with multiple users. But is there any possibility like downloading the current file and sharing with them so that they can open in their laptop, like in their desktop version? Is there any possibility of it?
Who are they?
I mean, like someone or colleagues or some manager, if you want to share the report, similar to Excel, we'll be working on an Excel file, we'll be downloading it and we'll be sharing with them.
Okay, you can share that Power BI desktop file. They can open that file in their Power BI desktop, right? But we are not solving any problem here. Even we are inviting the another problem. Definitely, we can save some of the dollars, but we are not utilizing the power of Power BI, right? It means the situation is something like I have a bike, but I'm not sitting on that bike and enjoying the ride. I'm lifting that bike on my shoulders and then moving here and there in the city. Making sense what I want to say? You have the bike, utilize its power. But to save the fuel, you are not riding that. So, relating it to your story now, to save the license cost, you are going to lift the PBIX file, send it to people. Every day you will be sending, they will be having multiple issues, multiple errors. Someday manual refresh not working, someday a different version not supporting error is coming. Your sales users will be frustrated. What is happening? It's better we do these things in Excel. Not at least in Excel, we were not facing day-to-day issues. Every day we are doing. Why are we doing this? Because to save the license. So you're lifting the Power BI on your shoulders and inviting the other problems. Definitely you can save the cost, but what about the time you will spend in fixing those day-to-day challenges? You are manually spending those hours, and those number of hours is also indirect cost for the company.
Okay, that means the desktop version, like it is a completely a time-consuming one compared to
It is to develop once. Develop in here and then publish it in the service and let your managers access the content from the Power BI service.
Okay. Yes.
Not like you develop the report in the desktop, you send the report to manager and asking your manager, install the desktop. And you're asking your company's VP, assistant vice president, directors, CFO, CEO, install the Power BI desktop. Why would they install the Power BI desktop? They're not the developers. CEO is not a developer, CFO not a developer. Why would they install it? Right?
Yes.
So the right you have Power BI is giving you the power. Correct? So
yes.
If you want to utilize its full potential, then you must have a license of Power BI service. Otherwise, what you are thinking, that's completely a bandage Then another issue will come, you will put another bandage. So the situation will be bandages over bandages, you will keep putting and spending the whole time of your job in just these manual issues.
Okay. Means like the pro version, the purpose of
Isn't
pro
needed.
version is completely reducing the time and to improve the,
Automating, correct?
yeah, automatic. Yeah. And my second question, like in recent modern world, like AI is replacing most of the other software. So is there any possibility, like if we chose Power BI as a future, like is there any possibility that we may get replaced?
How long future you are seeing? 2 years or 20 years?
Like recently, I already heard a news, like most of them are getting replaced. Like, so I
Please share
think,
that news link with me as well.
yeah.
If you're asking,
And
if you are seeing the future for 2 years or 4 years or 6 years or 10 years, Power BI is not going anywhere. If you are seeing the future of 50 years from now, I also don't know what will happen in 50 years or 20 years, seriously. But for sure, in 5-10 years, Power BI is not going anywhere. Companies are investing a lot. Power BI will even become more powerful, more in demand, more growth is yet to come for Power BI.
And my last question, it is related to Copilot. And is the functionality would be similar, like even for the Power BI desktop, when compared to the Excel one, which we are using for a licensed one, would be the functionality would be same, or again we need to go with a
For accessing
pro version?
Copilot, you need
Yes.
a different license, which is called Fabric license.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is very expensive, around like $5,000 per month.
Okay, thank
Mike,
you.
just wanted to add something on the AI side since
Yeah,
we are
please.
talking about growing demand. I mean, since AI growth is right now, the AI demand is really growing. So, and everything on AI depends on data, right? Everything they need the data, they need to analyze them, and then the AI will come into the picture, right? So the data is the heart of the AI, I would say. So in that case, since AI demand is growing, Power BI demand should be growing too, right? Along with the AI. Is that correct, my assumption?
Truly, 100% true. Power BI is not having any impact of having or coming AI. Even AI is just an assistant. AI is not a replacement of the human brain. AI cannot develop your semantic models. AI cannot make the requirements clear. AI cannot collaborate with your business users to understand their challenges, to understand the use case. To save some time, to make few things easier for you, you can use AI as just your assistant. What is the role of a assistant? Just to help. So AI is just helping, not replacing, not replacing. Correct. Any other question from anyone else?
Hey Mayank, this is Mamonur. I have a question like, can we check data quality with Power BI? I had a little bit exposure with Great Expectation. That's a tool used for data quality check. So
Yes.
can we do the same?
We can. We have a feature called column profiling that gives you an easy way to check out the quality of the data in different columns, like how many are the blanks, how many are the nulls, how many are having the errors, what is the min max average values in those columns, right? All these kind of a quick column stacks you can get in just a fraction of seconds without doing anything. Just hover, bring your cursor on a column, and you get all these things.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Mhm. Bhaskar, if you are speaking, you are not audible to me.
I'm speaking. Actually, I have missed the class actually due to some technical issue.
Yeah, please check out the
I'm
recordings from the LMS portal. Go to class recordings and check out all the recordings.
okay. Actually, I'm from HR background and 13 years of experience. And how can I use the statistics in this Power BI module? I mean,
See, performing these statistics is, it's going to be based on the requirement first of all, but whatever the calculation, stat calculation, or general mathematical calculations you want to do, you will have the similar Excel type formulas in Power BI also. Like today you have average, min, max, count, right? These kind of formulas in Excel, which you can use in a permutation combination to perform different calculations in Excel. Same way you can do these things in Power BI also. Correct? So we have some functions, some DAX functions, which will give you the flexibility to do any kind of statistics or mathematical analysis.
okay.
All right, so that's all, guys. These are all the things from my side for today. We will continue to learn and explore and discuss more questions in tomorrow's class. Please check out the recording once again if you get time, and check out the presentation attached in the module 1. Tomorrow we will complete the module 1 and we will start the module 2. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Good night. See you in tomorrow's class. Bye-bye. Take care.